Alright, how's it going, everybody? This is Ismortah, and this evening during my Saturday 6 p.m. Central stream for board games, I'll be showing you finally, I know, some Arkham Horror LCG. And this could be the first campaign, and probably just the first part of the first campaign since I'm a new player. Be gentle. I'll probably go a little bit slower as it's all new, doing all the checks and rules and such. But if it goes good and it's enjoyable, then I'll just keep playing the different parts and doing the campaigns. So it'll be interesting content. See how it goes. And of course, if you like what you're watching, this is twitch.tv/Ismortah. Videos will be available here as well as on YouTube at Shadow Balance Games. And then you can check updates to the schedule and content on Twitter at Shadow Balance. So let me just check the sound right quick, and I'll let you know sort of like what the plan is this evening. This is the front of the box. Cool. So this is the plan. Testing 1, 2, 3. Cool. Sorry about the delay. Just want to make sure everything works. All right, so here we go. All right, so Arkham Horror. It's an LCG. What does that mean? It means it's a living card game. Fancy term from FFG, Fantasy Flight Games. What does that mean? It means it's a game that you get everything you need out of the box. It's not a customizable card game / trading card game, which are known as CCGs or TCGs. This game has everything you need out of the box to play the game. You're not getting random packs to get random cards to randomly make something. This, you get everything, regardless of what Arkham Horror box you get, even though I know currently there's a revised core that has double the stuff, bonus stuff. When you get different boxes of the same game, you get the same cards. And so what I'm playing here is the first campaign which of the game, which is why am I drawing blank? Night of the Zealot. But I'm doing part 1. So I don't know how long each part is, but since I know I have to build a new deck for different parts, I'll probably have each part be a different stream. If this goes well and it's enjoyable, I'll do more parts. If the campaign goes good, do more campaigns. So like I said, we'll see how it goes. So I've read up how to play. It's nothing that's like too difficult. It's just a lot of things to know up front. And I have a couple of cheat sheets here as well. I have rules reference here ready to go if I need to look up something. So I may do some stuff wrong. Just bear with me. Just enjoyable, roll the punches. Can always do better when we do the next part. Just like I did KDM. You know, just see how it goes. All right, so let's get started. So when I start the game, so just to show you the game board, this is not included, just a cool way to have the Mythos tokens. This is a little dice bag, which works great because it's all creepy. This is all of the NPC campaign stuff. This is all my stuff, and this is stuff that's actively going on in the scene. And this is auxiliary world stuff that can happen. So this is world stuff that's going on, my stuff, and community, currently what's happening, right? All right, so let's do this. So we begin the round without the Mythos phase, but going forward, it will also include the mytho phase when we get to round 2. Just modifying this a little bit for everybody. All right. So, each investigator takes a turn performing 3 actions. So, I'm trying to advance the act deck. So I need, this needs dooms to order to advance, this needs clues to advance. This shows you what you need to, shit. Like I said, there's gonna be some back and forth because it's new. That's to investigate. I think that's to investigate, and this is how many clues were there. So to investigate, that's how you get clues, if I recall. How I draw cards from beginning of during the upkeep phase or as an action to get more of these. The question then is, when does this trigger? Is that just I know how it's used roughly, but just when does it trigger? Maybe only triggers when certain cards trigger, but like what triggers the encounter? Let's see here. It's also stuff I need to read startup as well, story-wise. Skill test, yes, blah, sure. Investigate again is against the shroud, right? So maybe that's just mythos, possibly. Maybe that the mythos is the only word that comes from. You place the doom tokens. Okay, that's what it is. So during the mythos, and in a lot of ways you can see this plays, I can see it plays kind of similar to like Reign of Cthulhu. The mythos is when this triggers. During my turn, I can do actions, move places, do actions. During the mythos, actions take place, tokens move, and then after my turn, the enemies get a turn. So again, it's the mythos, which is bad shit happens automatically. Investigators do stuff, enemies fight, and then upkeep, refresh. Okay, got it. Cool. So let's start off the story. I think it starts. Where's the story? All right. I think this is it here. You and your partners have been investigating strange events taking place in the home city of Arkham, Massachusetts. Over the past few weeks, several townspeople have mysteriously gone missing. Recently, their corpses turned up in the woods, savaged and half-eaten. The police and newspapers have stated that wild animals are responsible, but you believe there is something else going on. You are gathered together at the lead investigator's home to discuss these bizarre events. Unfortunately, I'm all by myself, so my party never showed up because they're punk bitches. Alright, so now, what's going on? And I'll show you these cards close up as well. It is late at night. You're holed up in your study, researching the bloody disappearances that have been taking place in the region. A few hours into your research, you hear the sound of a strange chanting coming from your parlor down the hall. The location. Alright, so I'll show you that card. And then I'm currently also trapped. As you leap to investigate, the door to your study vanishes before your eyes, leaving behind only a solid wall. You're trapped inside your study until you can find another way out. All right. So one thing I want to find right quick, though, is how do you reveal new locations? I mean, maybe that's just story beats. That's the only thing that I don't quite see yet. It's here. I'm thinking it must be something that's triggered, because I don't, so right now just the study. Right now I'm just in the study, and I'm trying to, and the door you can see is a wall, so I'm trying to find a way out. Okay, so let's roll with that. Okay, so what can I do? I have resources, which I don't know what that's used for yet. Don't I have a starting hand? I think that's not the only thing I screw up on. I have starting cards, but I still have starting hand, right? Yeah, start with 5 cards. I start with 5 cards, but I can't start with weakness. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Weakness, I ignore for the time being. Put it to the bottom. Or do I discard it? Let me see here. Oh, shuffle it back though, you don't know where it is. Well, I'm not gonna go through that troll, so time I'm putting the bottom. So, all right, so I got 5 cards. Looks like I got some a few skill cards, which means something I play while I'm doing a check, and I got event cards, and that's something I do as an action. So I got 2 of these. I got deduction. I got working a hunch. And emergency cash. I don't know what resource is used for. Obviously used for buying stuff. All right, so I got 5 cards. So I want to. I can do 3 things. 3 actions. So, and I want to try to get the fuck out of here too. So I'm going to try, so I have 3 skills and 2 events. I'm going to use 1 action for emergency cash to get some more resources, first of all. Just so I'm ready, in case I need to buy something. So now I have 8. Then I have 2 more actions. And I'm go ahead and draw a card. Try to get something good. I got another skill. And now I'm going to investigate. So investigate, it's an intelligence check. Here's my character and his abilities. Stuff. On the back, he's got some deck building stuff, but right now I'm just doing a pre-built because this is my first game. Because like I said, I'll probably fuck up rules, keep it easy as peasy, but then later I can tailor decks and modify difficulty levels and all that jazz. Or even play with multiple characters like I've done before with Reign of Cthulhu to have more options. Okay. All right, so I'm doing a investigate. So I have to beat a 2. And my intelligence is a 3. I'm going to play deduction to increase my intelligence by 1 because it has 1 icon. I think that's how it works. And then it says the skill test is successful while investigating. I can discover additional clue. So my intelligence is a 4. I have to beat a 2. And now I draw the mythos. I mean the chaos. We got this. What does that mean? It's -1 to my total, and if I fail, I take 1 horror. My total's 4, I have to beat a 2. That means it's a 3, so I passed. So that's a success. If I'm successful, I normally get a clue, but this one means I get 2 clues. So I got 2 clues. And then since I have 2 clues, I don't think you have to turn in stuff as an action. You can just do it. That's how we're going to play. Okay, doesn't say otherwise. Okay, so I have these 2 clues. So I'm going to satisfy trapped to get out. So I'm going to spend the 2 clues. And then the act advances. The question is, do I advance stuff in the upkeep? No, that just upkeep. So stuff just happens as it happens. Okay. Cool. So I've done all my actions, flip. Now I'm going to satisfy. What's up, Nacris? So now I flip trapped. It says, you notice that the edges of the newly purchased rug are tattered and mud-stained. Finding this odd, you shift the furniture aside and pull back the rug. To your surprise, you see the door leading out of your study. You slowly turn the knob and the door swings open, revealing your hallway below. Sorry, just checking sound. You jump through the doorway, landing on your feet on soft dirt. The door to the study slams shut above you. The smell of burning wood fills the narrow hall, intermingled with the scent of rot and decay. Put into play the set-aside hallway, cellar, attic, and parlor. That's these 4. Discard each enemy in the study. There were no enemies because I beat them to the punch. Place each investigator in the hallway. Remove the study from the game because you can't go back. So that's gone. Now we have these 4, and I jump down. The question is, what location do I jump down to? I think I'm in the hallway. So I'll connect them like this. I don't know how, I should have seen how the locations, I thought it's like adjacent, you have to go like this way. So that's how I'm going to play. Like I said, some of these things could be wrong, but you know, this first time I'm doing it is a learning game. So, be gentle. Okay, place each investigator in the hallway. But I'll put this in order that says cellar, then attic, and then Parlor. Sure. Okay, and then that's that. Now we're at the barrier. A glowing barrier blocks the path to the Parlor. As you move toward it, intense heat forces you to back away. Picking up a handful of dirt, you toss out the barrier and watch in horror as dirt incinerates. Perhaps there's something in the cellar or attic that can help. Objective. When the round ends, investigators in the hallway may, as a group, spend requisite number of clues to advance. Okay, so that means I can move to the cellar or to the attic, let's say, but I can't move to the Parlor yet. So I'll turn it sideways to show that I can't go to it. Like I said, some of the things may be incorrect, but that's how I'm currently playing, so it's all about the experience and story, and so far it's pretty cool. Alright, so that was the last thing on Investigator. That's the enemy phase. There are no enemies. Now it's upkeep, reset actions. Ready all exhausted cards. I draw a card and I get a resource. Okay, I got a machete. Always good. And this was the barrier that I'm trying to find a way to get into, because I noticed it's acting weird. And you have to discard down 8. I'm only at 5 cards. Cool. So now it's the Mythos. Place 1 Doom on the agenda. Okay. And then advance agenda if Doom threshold is satisfied. It's not. Each investigator draws 1 card from the top of the encounter deck. Okay, we got Crypt Chill. Revelation. Test mental 4. If you fail, choose and discard 1 asset you control. If you cannot, take 2 damage instead. That's not good. How do you heal damage anyway? Is there a way to heal? Fuck. I guess I have to find guards. Wow. I don't know. You gotta explore and find out, I guess. Oh, I see. I think these dots here show you how it's connected. This is the hallway is connected to all 3. This one's only connected to the hallway. Cellar is only connected to the hallway. This is only connected to the hallway. I see. So it's actually played like this. I was kind of right. Okay. I'll keep, yeah. The hallway can go to all 3, but these cannot go here. So like in the hallway, you can either go, you know, above or below or across. So let me switch the orientation of these. I'll show you these cards once revealed. Right now you just see the same generic opening a door. All right, so this is a hazard. So I have to pass a mental test of 4. My mental is only 3, so I'm doomed to fail unless I can do something as part of this test. So let's see what I got here. I have an asset. I really don't want to lose that because I just got it. I have an event I can play. All right, so I have 3 skills. That vicious blows for fighting. That's not going to help. Manual dexterity can commit more movement. I don't have anything that adds to mental. It looks like. No, so like right now I'm doomed to fail, unless I happen to get a 0. I'm actually doomed. Yeah, I mean, I'm screwed. It's a 4 test. And it's not you roll dice and you get this, and most of these are bad. Yeah, because like, and it shows here, like for example, cards you can commit, and whenever you see an icon, then it adds to that value for a check, as well as whatever it says can trigger as well. And you can only play skills when you do a skill, but if it's an asset or an event, you can only do that as an action. So yeah, I don't have anything to play, so actually I need to draw more cards, so I have more options. So I'm just fucked. Unless I get lucky on this. We'll see. Here we go. We got a -3. Okay. So that means mine's a 0 and it's a 4. Okay, great. Awesome. That was an epic fail. The supernatural cold threatens to freeze your soul. So if you fail, I choose and discard 1 asset I control. So I lose the machete. It was just freezing cold. But I think that's better than taking 2 damage, but man, that sucks. So that's gone. Alright. Okay, so that happened. Alright, so now investigation phase. Alright, so I definitely need to draw more cards. I think I'll keep those for time being though. Okay, so I need to get clues. Well, no, I went to the hallway, so what's there? I went to the hallway, so I reveal it. So let me show you what the hallway looks like. It is, the halls of your house are splattered with mud and your hardwood floor is gone, replaced with a dirt path. See some very tentacles. Alright, so this has there's no clues here, but if I want to investigate, it's a 1. I'm not sure why I would investigate there when there's no clues. There must be reasons for doing that. So I'm gonna move, but maybe I'll draw first. I'm gonna spend 1 action to draw. I got medical text. Cool way for me to heal. Awesome. I'll take it. Considering I want to pass stuff, I think I'm going to do another action to draw another card. Can you do the same action multiple times? Let me check that right quick, in case there's a rule against that. If I can't find it, then well, they in this game, they have the same golden rule as, well, they have a golden rule and a grim rule. The golden rule is like most games, that if you have a rule on a card that is in conflict with the core rules, the card always wins. And you see that in most games, like Magic. Card always overrules whatever the base rules are. But then there's also the grim rule, which is similar to actually Kingdom Death Monster, that they say if you're in a situation that you don't know what to do, you always do the worst case scenario and not the best case. So if I can't figure out that I can't take 2 actions at the same time, then I'm going to rule that I can't, because that would be worse. But I just don't remember. I know what actions you can take, it just can you do the same action multiple times. Like, I know you can do that in Reign of Cthulhu, do the same action multiple times, you just have to pay for it. Just curious if it was any different. Let's see if we can find it right quick. Okay, I can perform as many times as I want. Cool. All right, so I already did 1 action. And actually, I'm going to do something to keep track of how many actions I did, because otherwise I'm going to forget. And same with my health tracker. I should have it here too, to show how much health I have. So I have 5 sanity. And the game may say you do this to show damage. I'm just doing this to show how much I have so it depletes, because I think it's a killer way to do it. What's up, Zera? Alright, so I have 9 and 5, and I'm going to just do these tokens just to keep track of how many actions I've done. Okay, and I'll flip these as I do actions. Okay, so now I'm going to draw another card as an action. Cool. So I got an evidence card, which is just like working a hunch that basically does the same thing, that I can immediately get a clue. So that's awesome. Now event cards also have icons. So I wonder if I can also use this to just add a bonus, or because I know skills you can play. Let me check this real quick. Because I wonder when you show a card. I just wonder why there's tokens on event cards. Like when you do skill tests, you could show the numbers for the skill or the asset, but for an event. I just wonder how event cards are differently used. Right quick, see if we can figure that out right quick. 1 second. Because I'll say because event cards have those items on them, so I'm like, well then, you know. Activate, play an asset or event card. Okay. When you play. Oh. I didn't realize that was a resource cost. Unfortunately, nothing I did had a resource cost, so okay. But I just wonder why there's icons next to event cards. That's the only thing that doesn't make any sense. Can you use event cards just to boost up somebody when they're in? But that's what this is throwing me. Is like, why would that matter having icons next to event? I'm just not seeing why you would have numbers next to events. That's what doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, I'll keep going. That's what I'm not sure about. Anyway, all right. So I've drawn a second card. I got evidence, basically a way to get a clue. Now I want to move. Will be my last action. And I'm going to move to... go to the cellar. The stairs leading down to the cellar are slick, and they glisten with thin layer of ice. And since, you know, it was icy before, maybe there's bad stuff down there. So that's what I'm going down there. It says, force after you enter the cellar, take 1 damage. Your cellar seems to have been replaced with an underground network of icy tunnels and caverns. The cold chills you to the core. All right, it says victory 1. Don't know what that is, so let me look up victory right quick. See what that means. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I'm going to screw up this first time playing, but it's a trial game, so it's all good. Oh, it's like experience points. Okay. Okay, so this has 2 clues, and to investigate and to search it, it costs 4. Okay, that's it for me. Now it's the enemies phase. There are no enemies out yet. Now you reset. Nothing set. Now it goes to Mythos. Does another Doom. And then we draw an encounter. Oh yeah, and I'm currently at the cellar, so I'll go. I'll put myself underneath. There we go. Okay. Encounter. Obscuring fog. There's fog in the cellar. Revelation, attached to your location, limit 1 per location. Attached location gets +2 shroud. After attached location is successfully investigated, you can discard it. So that means instead of being a 4, now I have to beat a 6 to get through it. Okay, not great. Okay, so that's back to me. I get a resource and a card. My card I'm currently at 7. Okay, so I gotta reset all my tokens here. I just forgot to do that before Mythos. So, okay, it's not investigation. Okay, so that's I'm gonna separate my skill. Okay, so I did get an asset. Okay, keep that in my hand. Actually, maybe I'll go ahead and put it on me because I have to have it on my person. So I'll put down an asset. Put in my hand, which is medical text. I'll just have this go up. Okay, so I have medical text. So that's one action. Let's see here. I do have book stuff. Is it because you do events? Here, let me try to look it up real quick. The event thing just doesn't make any sense. Like, when can you use it? I know you can do it, but it just... Oh, I see. If it has the fast keyword, then you can play it with skill checks. I still don't know why you have icons next to event cards. That's still, I have no fucking idea why that's there. I don't know, so if it has fast, like I did before, I'm just going to say, oh, that allows me to modify a skill check. Okay, I'll look up skill check right quick, but like I said, otherwise I'll just keep playing on blank. Because I'd rather play through the game than delay the game just to play it right at this point. Yeah, I just don't know what's the point of that. So I'll just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why it's on the event. Like stuff out, I get you can modify when you're doing something, but it's like I don't understand. Okay, so anyway, I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and the question is, do I go for the barrier first, or do I do the cellar? You know, I'll try to do the cellar just because I'm here. So I'm gonna do work in a hunch. I discover a clue, and it cost me 2 resources. So I get a clue. Oh, that's right, because I need clues to solve. I need to get the clues to break the barrier, right? So that was one action, and then actually no, that was fast, so it doesn't cost me anything. And then I will, you know what, fuck it. I'll do evidence. Actually, no, I can only do that after a battle, so I can't do that. All right, so next I will investigate, which I have to get a 6. You know what? I'm gonna play this buff just because that's how I play it. So I don't give a shit. So I have to beat a 6, and my is only a 3. But I did this event, which gave me 2. So I'm going to say I get +2. Like I said, I could be playing wrong, but whatever. We'll look up these rules deviations later. All right, so my total is 3 + 2 is 5. I've beat a 6, so I'm -1. So I don't think there's any way I can find stuff. It's too shrouded. I would need to try to get cards or something. So you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm just gonna try drawing a card. I got first aid. It's just too obscured. I don't think I can look for any more clues here. I got one. I worked a hunch, but I think it's too foggy. I think I need to try going up north. All right. Anyway, that's it for me. Now it's the enemies. There's no enemies. Now I reset. I get a resource. I get a card. I'm currently at 7. Now it's Mythos. There's a Doom token. This flips. Your house continues to change before your very eyes. The walls have decayed and the ground in many rooms has turned to dirt. It is almost as if you have been transported somewhere else entirely, although every now and again you recognize elements of your former home. The lead investigator must decide either each investigator discards one card at random from his or her hand, or the lead investigator takes 2 horror. Considering I'm card fucked, I don't want to lose a random card, to be honest. So I'll just lose 2 horror. Of course, if I lose a card, I don't know how you get horror back. So maybe I'll just lose a random card. Fuck. Alright, I'll lose a random card. How I'm going to do that is I'm just going to shuffle my hand without looking, and then draw the top card. I lose manual dexterity, which is fortunate because I have 2 of those. Cool. All right. All right. So now we go again. All right. So I need to get the fuck out of here because I don't think I'm ever going to pass this, unless there's some other way I can get bonuses. I'm just like, I don't see it. So I'm going to spend 1 to move to the hallway, and then I'm going to spend another 1. Oh, I forgot that I took 1 damage when I first entered the cellar. So I'm at 8 health. I forgot about that. Oh, it's true. I have to successfully investigate to move the fog, but I can't investigate because the fog's so bad. So yeah, no. Too foggy. Okay, so I moved. And then I spend another action to move again to the attic. Let's see if I have any better luck up here. The attic. The smell of rotten meat assaults your nostrils as you approach the attic stairs. The attic. Forced. As you enter the attic, take 1 horror. At least this place is a lot easier to investigate. It's only 1. And there's 2 clues up here. And also, the new agenda is Rise of the Ghouls. The floor beneath you is giving way, and you see a vast network of tunnels twisting into the darkness below. Shapes and silhouettes of strange creatures move swiftly through the tunnels, trying to find a way up. You probably don't want to be here when they do. So before, you saw when I left the study, the door turned into a wall. When I went into the cellar, it's very chilling, and then it was hard to see because of all the fog. So I searched a little bit, got the hell out of Dodge, and now all these shadows are seeping into the house. And there's still this barrier preventing me from getting to the parlor. All right. So I take 1 horror damage, so now I'm at 4. The bloody carcass of a malformed beast swings from a meat hook chained to the ceiling. Blood drains slowly from the carcass, dripping into a small barrel. I showed you that already. Okay. So, I'm going to spend my last action to investigate. So, I don't think I have any bonuses. Actually, I do. Nothing that looks like I can play. Oh, actually I could. I just don't need to because, I mean, it's a 1, so I would assume I could beat that with a 3, unless it gets modified, which is possible. I mean, that is possible. But even if it was -2, I'd still pass. The question is, do I want to take the chance on it or not? Well, no, that's investigate. It's not, I was looking at mental. It's, I don't have anything that can buff that. No, actually I don't. Okay, so I'm just going to attempt it. So I have a 3, I have to beat a 1. If I'm playing this correctly. I got a 0. Great, so I passed. So I get a clue. So I have 2 clues. I need 3 to open the barrier. But that was my last action. Now it's enemies. There's no enemies. Upkeep. I'm reset my actions. So it's funny. They say to do this, but actually I'd really use this to keep track of what actions I took, just for housekeeping. Anyway. I get a resource. I don't think there's a max resources. I could be wrong. But not that I'm aware of. And I get a card, which is a flashlight, which would help with my investigation. So that's actually a really good card. Definitely want to play that as soon as possible. Yeah, because I have a couple assets. So... Okay. So it's back to me. No. This was the drawing stuff. Now it's Mythos. Place a Doom token. Fortunately, this I have a limited time. It goes to 7. But after that, it's probably really bad. And then an encounter. Ancient Evils. And it's an omen. Revelation. Let me show you what it is real quick. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda. This effect can cause the current agenda to advance. So it just, another agenda goes up quicker. All right. I feel like there should have been more. I mean, every time I draw one of these cards, it should go here. There was one here, one here. So I felt like I missed one. Chill, Ancient Evil. What was the third one? Did I not draw an event card? You know what I mean? Like I began the game. Oh, but when I began the game, there was no Mythos. Right. Okay, well, I'll just keep running. Again, it's first time playing game. Okay, now it's back to me. So I'm going to, first off, make myself a little more powerful. I have 7 cards in my hand anyway, so I'm going to get rid of some stuff. So I'm going to use an action to put down a flashlight because it looks like it'll add to my total for doing a check. Because I have medical tech, so I have more fight. Flashlight, I have more intelligence. Plus, the flashlight makes it easier to search, so then I can go into the cellar. So actually, I might go back too to get that for that clue. Actually, might do that. It's gonna waste a whole turn though, but I might need that clue. Yeah, because this would make it be +3, and this is -3, and this is +2. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and search there. So my investigation is 3 + 1 is a 4. So let's see what happens. 4 and I have to beat a 1. I got a +1 actually. So my investigation is a 5. I beat a 1. Successful. So I get a clue. And also get a victory point. Later in the game. So I'll just I don't know how much supposed to log, but I got the victory point. I guess if you get all the clues, you get it. So that's how you can remember. So anyway, so I got the victory point, which is we use for experience in the campaign. Sure. And then for my last action, I'm going to move to the hallway. Okay. That's enemy phase. There's no enemies. Upkeep, reset. Get a resource. Oh, actually, I had to pay 2 when I first put down the flashlight, so lose 2. And then I get a card, which is an event. Okay. And then it's Mythos, so we get a Doom. And draw an encounter card. We got another Obscuring Fog. Fortunately, the fog is appearing not in the cellar. Attached location gets +2 Shroud. So now we got it. Now the fog is billowing up into the hallway. Some more space here. I have to say, so far this game is interesting. Like I don't know some rules I might be screwing up on, but so far the story is interesting. Like see it playing out. Like I'm getting trapped, smokes, fog is going up and up the house. Shadows are creeping into the house. The house is going to shit. I need to get the fuck out of the house. That's like the goal. I need to learn how to play the game. I need to get the fuck out of the house. That's what I need to do. All right. I have to say, so far it is interesting. Fortunately, I don't need to investigate. So I'll just keep rocking. All right, so it's my turn. The new card I got was Vicious Blow. That allows me to be more successful when I'm doing more combat stuff. Haven't gotten combat yet, but this way I'm ready when I am. And I got some ways to heal, ways to block, ways to shoot at enemies. So I'm definitely prepared for combat. It just, and now I'm prepared for combat, prepared to heal. I'm prepared to search more effectively. The only thing I don't have a way to get rid of is if I'm losing sanity. So I definitely draw more cards, try to find a way to cure sanity if that becomes a problem. I only took 1 damage, so I'm not going to worry about healing myself necessarily right now. Because I want to try to get clues as fast as possible so I'm not trapped somewhere with enemies. So yeah, that's the plan. Alright, so I'm going to move for 1 action back to the cellar. Even though I have enough clues, I don't want to do that yet. And then I'm going to spend this a resource to use my flashlight to act as an ability to give me a bonus. And it gets -2 Shroud for the investigation, which that's the obscured fog adds 2, that cancels it out. So now I have to beat a 4, and my number is currently a 3. Plus 1 is a 4. So I have enough to beat it, as long as I get a 0 or a +1. Actually, it looks like I have 4 against a 4. I wonder if Force, does that only trigger when I first enter it in the game, or every time I enter it? Because I just entered it again, so I wonder if I take another damage. Let me look at Force real quick. It just says when I enter. It doesn't say when it was necessarily flipped. It flips when you first discover it, but it says when you enter. So I take another damage for entering. Alright. And then, okay, I'm going to attempt. Wait, I moved for 1, used my flashlight for 1, and now I'm going to search for 1. Okay. And I need to get a 0 or a positive, because I have just enough. Oh, I got a 0. Haha, lucky. Awesome. So I got the last clue. Because I successfully searched, the obscuring fog goes away. Oh, and that's why I thought I missed 1. It's because it came into play. That's right. That's right. Okay, so I got the clue, got another victory point for the campaign, and that's it for me. Now you reset. I get a resource, I get a card. I'm currently at 8 cards. Do I have this card down? 8 is max hand size, okay. Now we do Mythos, get another Doom token. This triggers when it's at 7, it's currently at 4, get an encounter. Swarm of Rats. A horde of cruel rats skitters forth in an adulting wave of claws, teeth, and mottled fur. Okay, so where does this spawn? Is the question. Same thing about spawning. Let me look at the original rules. Right, quick. Check time. All right. Spawn. Well, that's Mythos. I mean, I drew swarm of rats. Didn't say spawn. So what? Oh, it spawns at my location. So rats came out in the cellar. So that's kind of thematic. The fog went away, and now since the fog went away, all the rats are like, "What? There's something here." Now there's I notice there's rats everywhere. Okay. Rats appeared. We got our first enemy. Now the question is it just spawned, so does it attack now, or does it only attack when it's the enemy's phase? How are we going to play this? No, I think it's immediate. It appeared, so now we fight. So when it appeared, it's the enemy attacking me. And if I recall, it's just damage. I read that correctly. Like, it's not like a battle. Like, if I attack something, I could try to get rid of it. So it's not like a battle. It's more like, on my turn, I could try to hit it. If it's their turn, they just attack me. It's not like a battle. It's like on their turn, attack, my turn, attack. Which, like I said, could be wrong, but that's how I'm interpreting the rules that I had read. Okay, so I take, let's see, what do I take here? I take 1 damage from the rats. So now I've lost 3rd health, that's not good. And that's it. Okay, so enemy attacked me. Okay, so now it's my turn. I can't do any actions with the rats there. I have to do like an evade or kill it. So I think I'm just going to fight it, to be honest. Because it's hard to evade the rats, because it's a 3. They're fast, but they're easy to kill. It is a rat. So I think I'm just going to punch it. But before I do that... Oh yeah, and I just drew Hyper Awareness. That I can get bonus to intelligence and I'll say evasiveness in addition to what it gives, so that's really good. So I'll definitely play one of those. So I'm gonna do that as an action right now. 1 action, I'm gonna pay 2 resources to play Hyper Awareness, which is sort of a combination between 2, so I'll put it here. Let's see, it doesn't look like you can see that in the shot. So let me move the stuff down. Over, I should say. So you can see. All right, so I played Hyper Awareness. So now my intelligence is plus another +1. My evasion is +1, and I could spend resources to get temporary bonuses as well, just to ensure I can get past it. Second here. All right, so I'm going to fight it. So my fight is a 4 + 1 from medical text. So that's a... And this doesn't have any hands, so this is just like generic arcane what I'm training as, so... But I can't put any more stuff in my hands. But anyway, my fight is +1 and 4, so my fight is 5. I have to beat a 1, and we'll see what the modifier is. Wow, it's a -4. Wow, that's like the worst one for negative. Holy shit. So I have to beat a 5. And my fight is a 5, so I do beat it. Because it's equal or greater. So I do beat it. The rats die. Now I can proceed with stuff as normal. So now I'm going to move to the hallway, and then I'm going to turn in my clues. Turn in 3 clues. Using the barrel from the attic, you carry ice and snow from the cellar and hurl it at the barrier. The barrier sparks and shudders as it consumes the ice, then hisses and fades out of existence. So that's cool, like you're finding clues, but when you do the story, it actually tells you what you did. The clues just like you find stuff. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty themey. So I had to go both. It's like I had to go back. And it kind of makes sense. Like I had difficulties here, went to the attic, where I got the bucket, then I got the ice, defeated rats, cleared out fog. It's cool. The barrier blocking passage into the parlor has vanished. Reveal the parlor. Okay. Put the set aside Lita Chandler into play in the parlor. But I just haven't moved there yet, but I put her there. Spawn the set-aside Ghoul Priest in the hallway. So now there's a person in the parlor, and now I have a friend with me in the hallway and the obscuring fog as well. And the Ghoul Priest has some major stats. I forget, what is that middle stat again? Like that was... Oh, that was health. I didn't pay attention. This is the number I have to beat. That's how many hit points. I can do 1 hit point per battle. Fortunately, the rat only had 1 hit point. But the Ghoul Priest has many hit points. And to fight it, his fight's a 4, and evades a 4. A figure in red robes wearing a bone mask. It gibbers and snarls before leaping to attack. So that's gonna be a tough fight, for sure. Good thing I upped up stuff a little bit, because it's gonna be the fight of your life. All right. So that happened. I still have 1 thing left, but I can't take other actions if there's an enemy there. And if I don't try to chip away at him, he's going to keep attacking me. So let me see what I can do. Definitely want to do this one potentially. Man, I think I want to heal too. That's the other problem. I don't want to be... fuck. Okay, I'm going to I know, man. Like, I don't want to get attacked. But I just feel like I need to... I don't want to be at close to half health, because I'm afraid something bad might happen. And I noticed this guy also has Retaliate. Let me see what that does. Maybe that means if I attack him, he attacks back. Oh, it's only if I fail an attack, he attacks back. Okay. Kind of like he parries and hits me. Okay. Man, I just really think I should heal up a little bit. He's gonna deal 2 damage to me when he hits me too. Shit. If that's... Oh, man. His evasion's a 4. My evasion is bullshit. Well, it's a 3. Yeah, it's not dependable. Okay, you know... I need to be able to absorb damage. So I'm going to spend my last action, and I'm going to attempt to use the medical text. I have to pass a 2 knowledge check. My knowledge currently is a 3, 4, 5, and I have to beat a 2. So I'm just going to go as is. And I got -2. 5 minus 2 is a 3, and I have to beat a 2, so I still beat it. Cool. So I heal 1 wound. Alright. Now it is the upkeep. I get all my actions back. I get a resource. I get a card. I'm currently at 8 cards again. But I got a really good asset. So I just need to get stuff out. All right. Now it is Mythos. Let's start 5. And draw a card. Ghoul minion. Oh my god, we got more. Like, we had no enemies for a long spare time. And then we had rats. And then all of a sudden we got all these ghoul fuckers coming out of the woodwork. God damn. Ghoul minion. It was a colossal and nameless blasphemy with glaring red eyes, and it held in bony claws a thing that had been a man, gnawing at the head as a child nibbles at a stick of candy. It's sort of like a weaker version of this dude, but he also appears in the hallway. So now there's 2 enemies in the hallway. So that's bad. Just because they'll both attack me. That's really bad. That's bad. Yeah. Okay, so it's great. But this guy just entered, so he's going to be engaged. But this guy, I don't think he's engaged because that's only when they appear or when they move. Otherwise, it's when it's their turn, if I recall. Of course, if that's the case, when he first appeared, he should have triggered before I did stuff. Yeah. So that was a fuck up. So what I'll do is I'll say both trigger then. Whatever. Right. Because I forgot when he first appeared, he should have attacked me. Okay. Alright. But it kind of makes sense, like, you know, like maybe he just like phased into the hallway before I started doing other stuff. Both the guys. He brought a friend. He was like looking at me, then a friend came, now he's engaging. Right. Okay, so they're both going to trigger. That, which is not great. So, because I was wanting to prepare for the fight and... Oh, shit. Okay, so my fight is 4 plus 1 is 5. But it's got that lightning bolt symbol, which means what? Oh, it means it's a free trigger. But why does it say spend a resource then? Oh, it doesn't cost an action. I see. So this I have to do as an action. These have to do as actions. This I can just trigger because I'm aware. If I just spend resources. Okay. Okay. Good to know. So my fight then is a 5. So I'll do the ghoul minion first. Cock like the ghoul priest would just command his minions. Sure. So let's see what the ghoul does. Let's see if I have anything that I can do to respond to. Wait, hold on a sec. Well, okay. All right, so let's see what happens. With the eye, in case you didn't get a good look before. All right, we got a 0. So the ghoul's attack misses. The minion. Now we have the ghoul priest. Mine's a 5, and his is a 4, so he has to get a 6 in order to beat me. I got the elf head, cultist head, which means what? -1, if I fail, I take a horror. So -1 means I have a 4, he's got a 4, which means I still pass, because if equal or greater, I pass. So I survived the attack, which is great, because that would have been 2 damage. Cool, so now it's back to me. First thing I'm going to do is prepare for the fight. I'm going to pay 3 assets, 3 resources, to summon my guard dog. Alright. Which gives me 1 better fight, and then also as a reaction, if an enemy attack deals damage to the guard dog then deals 1 damage to attack the enemy, so it's like they bite each other. And the guard dog has 3 health and 1 sanity. So he can be killed and can be targeted. So let me get some health tokens for the little doggies. Yo doggies. It's got 3 and 1. Alright. So 1 action, I played the guard dog. Let me see if there's anything else I can do. Question is, do I try to kill the minion first or the ghoul priest? That's the question. I'm thinking the ghoul priest is because it's so much damage. I might want to try heal also, because can I only do one attack, or can I do multiple attacks? I could do it as many times as I want, so I could just fight him multiple times. It's true. Okay, so if that's the case, then I think what I'll do is... So my fight is 4, 5, 6. You have to beat a 4. Okay, so I'm going to attack the Ghoul Priest. And I'm going to play Vicious Blow. Let's see me slicing up a dude. Which gives me +1 to fight. And if the skill test is successful during an attack, that attack deals +1 damage. Okay, so my total is 4, 5, 6, 7, and I have to beat a 4. It's -1. 7 minus 1 is 6. 6 is still better than 4. So I deal 2 damage to the enemy. And what does that hat mean? He's got health, and then he has a hat symbol. Oh, per investigator. So that means he'd be at 10 health if it was fighting 2 investigators. I see. So it's like a boss. Okay, so I did 2 damage to the Ghoul Priest. I have to deal 3 more damage. So I got a Vicious Blow. And then I'm going to try attacking him again. That way, next turn, I can kill him. So I'll hit him again. Okay, so we'll attack again. This time, I have a little bit less attack. My attack this time is 3, 4, 5. Wait, 4, 5. I mean, it's 6. We got a weird symbol. I don't even know what that is. What am I looking at? Looks like a bunch of runes, maybe? The rune symbol is -2, and if there is a ghoul enemy at your location, take 1 damage. Jesus Christ. So it's -2 first of all. So 6 minus 2 is 4, which is a 4. So I still beat it, but I still also take a damage though. But I did hit it, so he takes 1 damage. So he only has 2 health left. That's end my turn. Now it's the enemy phase. Both enemies will get the go. But I do have my dog protecting me also to see who he targets. So how do they do targets if there's multiple people at the same location? Let's see if we can find that real quick. I know the Ghoul Priest will always target me because it looks like he targets the highest fight person with the most fight, which will always be me. But the Ghoul minion might attack somebody else. So that's what I want to check. He might target somebody else. guess I mean, what does engagement means? Because technically they both were engaged with me before I summoned the guard dog. Actually, no, technically I summoned the guard dog first, and I said they both attacked me, so if engagement means you always keep attacking the same target, then yeah, so he keeps attacking me. I would say the guard dog counts as another person, so he's not attacking the guard dog, he's just still attacking me. But when enemies first come out, they couldn't fight the guard dog. So the guard dog came at me late, but I also did my stuff earlier, so whatever. Okay, so both these two are still going to be attacking me. Hopefully the guard dog is of use later in the game. And it's giving me more fight, though. I'll do the ghoul minion first. So my attack is my fight is a 6, his fight is a 2. It drew the head again. -1. If I fail, take 1 horror. So I beat it. That's fine. Next up is the Ghoul Priest. Wow, -4. Fuck me. So that takes me from a 6 to a 2 and a 4. So yeah, he hits me. So I take 2 damage. I'm at half life. Ouch. Okay, so then it's upkeep. I get a resource, I get a card. I think I'm at too many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, because I played a card. I'm at 7. Ooh, and I got a gun. Roland's 38 special. That's what I need. But I'm holding... I have too much stuff out. So I wonder what happens. You know, if I play something when I already have something. Maybe it's discarded. I'll play that's discarded. I'll play that way. Unless I can return it to my hand. I'll play that's discarded. That's how I'll play. I can always use medical text and then get rid of it. It's just like, wow, the gun would be really good. Give me more fight. That's actually very much needed. I think I still need a flashlight because I need to be able to search for stuff. Medical text, though, gives me 1 more fight out the gate, though. Ugh. Fuck. But if I can't get clues, though, I can't ever beat the game. So it's like, the special will just basically give me more... Yeah, it's basically, yeah, better than medical text. Okay, so I got a card, got this. Now we do Mythos, which is getting higher. It's at 6. Not great at all. Then we draw an encounter card. God damn, all these creatures are popping out, man. Out of the woodwork. It's like I knocked down this barrier, and then all of a sudden, all these fuckers are just pouring into the hallway that I'm trying to fight off. All these ghouls are separated by this barrier. Story-wise is what's happening here. Alright, well let me show it to you. Icy Ghoul. All these guys are popping out. Oh, it spawns in the cellar, thank God. So I have a little bit of time. Which makes sense, Icy Ghoul. Okay, so I got a little bit of time. Because that guy has a lot of hit points. 3, 4, 3 fight, 4 health. Does 2 damage. I definitely don't want to fight that guy. Fortunately, he starts in the cellar. Okay, and now it's Investigator's turn. Okay, so I kind of changed stuff a little bit because I need to kill the Ghoul Priest, but I also need to... I want to try to prevent fighting the Icy Ghoul. So, yeah. Because that's going to be bad, because he does 2 damage also. Okay. Fuck. That kind of changes things. I really wanted to heal, but I think it'd be better if I just kill the Gold Priest this turn and stop the Ice Ghoul from getting to me. So, what I'm going to try to do is, all right. I'm going to spend an action, and I'm going to play Barricade, which increases my evade and intellect and mental, actually, by just barricading the fucking wall. I knock down a barricade, put up a barricade. Non-elite enemies cannot move into the attached location, so that'll block me from getting attacked by the Icy Ghoul or any other creatures. But when I move from the location, they can enter. But if, for time being, I can block it so I don't get dogpiled by multiple enemies. But I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to, for free, play Barricade on the hallway to stop the Icy Ghoul from getting to me. And then as another action, and for 3 resources, I'm going to play Roland's 38 special. And I'm going to replace, I think Hyper Awareness though is really good, in case I do other checks. It would be cool to have more to damage, but I can also spend ammo to get more to damage. Just, man, stats, you know, greed really also too. It just, I just don't want to be a situation that I can't ever investigate, you know. It's a gamble. Okay, I'm gonna replace my Protect. That was the original idea. Instead, I'm gonna hold my 38 special. Oh, let me show it to you in case I didn't show it to you. Alright, so basically I have the same fight, I just have other abilities as well. And then I can also make the fight better by spending ammo. Oh, and I used Flashlight once, so I should show it only has 2 uses left. I'll have a number of uses by having resources on it to show how many it's got left. That's what I'll do. Because I used Flashlight once, its ability. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to, as another action, oh, that was my second action, putting that down. Now as my last action, I'm going to shoot the Gold Priest in the fucking face. So, I'm going to, it should be the same totals. I have to spend an action to have more ammo, unfortunately. So it doesn't add any more to my bonus right now, but it could have later. So that means there's no bonus right now. It's actually the same value. Okay, so my total then is 4, 5, 6, 6. 6 and I have to beat a 4. -2. 6 minus 2 is still 4, so I still shoot it. Okay, so I shoot it, so I deal another damage to him. He's got 1 hit point left. And now that's end of my turn. Now it's the enemy's phase. The Icy Ghoul moves, but he can't move up because of the barricade, so this stays. And then these two will attack. So again, I'll do the Ghoul minion first. I got +1, so I evade his attack. Now it's the Ghoul Priest. Got a -1. 6 minus 1 is 5. I evade the Ghoul Priest. Cool. Now it's upkeep. Refresh my stuff. Nothing here. Refreshed. I get a resource. I still have a clue. I get another card. I got a knife. Fuck, man. At this point, I might want to get rid of the flashlight so I can kill more stuff. I can fight with a knife and a gun. That way I can beat these high numbers. I'm just worried, like I said, that I'm going to get fucked with not having the flashlight. That's what I'm worried about. Really. Okay, anyway. Now it's Mythos. Now we get the bad. So, 7 Mythos. This clears out. Alright. A feral beast, roughly humanoid with a canine cast and hooves for feet, tears through the ground in front of you. I think I may also have misplayed that Lita Chandler was a new investigator or an ally, and it's like, does ally, can they move? You know what I mean? I may have been playing that wrong this entire time. That and everything else. But anyway, I'll get to that. I'll look up that in a sec. Okay. A feral beast, roughly humanoid, with a canine cast and hooves for feet, tears to the ground in front of you. Below the floor, you can see vast tunnels beneath your house. Fiendish howling echoes from deep within the underground caverns. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a ghoul enemy is discarded. The lead investigator draws that enemy. Alright. So this goes back in. Then I shuffle. Yeah, because the only thing I want to look up is, I got this ally, and should this ally have been using him like an investigator this whole time? As far as like, you know, having a turn, doing stuff, I don't know. Because I know they start in the parlor, but... So, anyway. Like I said, first time playing the game, there's going to be fuck-ups. I'll look up right quick. If that's true, they count as investigator, then I will move Lita after I kill the Ghoul Priest, because otherwise I would have been playing this whole thing incorrectly, and maybe this should have then been a 10 instead of a 5. Because it said 5 per investigator, so we'll see. Okay, shuffled. Now I discard until I get a ghoul, basically. No. 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 Yes. No, it's not a ghoul. No. Ghoul minion. So another minion appears in the hallway. And the minion attacks. This one, anyway, the ghoul. Alright, so it's a 2, has to beat a 6. -1, doesn't matter, doesn't hit. Alright, and that was just the Mythos triggering. So before I draw an encounter card, which I haven't done yet, I'll read, they're getting out. You hear a crazed howl outside, and suddenly all the creatures turn their attention to the sound. They rush to escape the house, breaking down doors and crawling everything in their way. Forced. At the end of the enemy phase, each unengaged ghoul enemy moves 1 towards the parlor. Forced. At the end of the round, place 1 doom on this agenda for each ghoul enemy in the hallway or parlor. Okay. Now we do the event. These 3 are all engaged with me. So far, she just in the parlor still. Got a ghoul minion. Which I guess also appears in the hallway. So I got all these minions in the hallway. And now he will also attack me because he just appeared. We got a weird tentacle symbol. You know, Cthulhu tentacles. That's probably never good. Is that on here? No. That must universally be something bad. That's what only I gathered. The investigator automatically fails the test as if he or she had a value of 0. It's automatic failure. Great. So I take 1 damage. So I'm only at 1/3 of my health left. I only have 3 hit points left. Okay, great. Awesome. Now it is my turn. Okay, so before I take another turn, I'm going to look at ally, see if, even though I fucked it up, maybe with all these ghouls, and she's down here, she's like, hey, what's happening over there? Why are all these ghouls running and making a ruckus? Maybe. I'm scared. Which, okay, because like I said, it meets the story. Like, there's all this creepy stuff happen, but I've seen these hear all this commotion in the hallway that, you know, then she'll come out and be like, hey, what? I don't even see ally on here. Maybe it's treated as an asset. Yeah, let's look at that up. But what's weird is she said that she appeared in the parlor. So yeah, I mean, she's in the parlor, the ghoul appeared here. And so I'll read Act 3. I don't think I've read that yet after I got through the barrier. I just read the result of the barrier. And it's like, well, how come she's never moved? Let me read it to you. It says, what have you done? A woman with a torch stands in your parlor, a glimmer of hatred in her eyes. What have you done to my barrier? She screams, furious. Before you can answer, a ghastly wail sounds behind you, and a creature wearing robes and a deer's skull mask tears through the wall, advancing toward you. So, it looks like when I took down the barrier, I should have then been in the parlor, and then he appears, but I'm just like, he appeared, came through the wall and attacked me in the hallway, and she's in the parlor, which I haven't gone yet. So, sure. And this advances when I kill the Ghoul Priest. That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, my turn, so let's do it. Alright, so, do I have anything else I can do? I need to make sure I do this. So, as much as I don't want to, I might have to say fuck the spotlight, honestly. Because I got a couple other bonuses temporarily going on anyway. I mean, I'm going to lose the barricade, but... I mean, I'm bleeding out, and that's what the knife looks like. I'm getting desperate. I'm shooting my gun, and it's like, I gotta kill this thing. I need to make sure I kill it, otherwise I'm gonna die. I only have 3 health. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna die. So I'm gonna ditch the flashlight, and I'm gonna use an action to play a knife to give me another fist, and I can also spend action to add more to my attack as well. Okay, well, let me see here. Something else I can do? Okay, I'm gonna spend another action and spend the ammo to give myself +1 fist for this attack. All right, and then my last, I'm gonna attack the Ghoul Priest. So my attack is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, and I have to beat a 4. So unless I draw a natural, like I just lose, I should be able to beat it. Because my total is an 8, I have to beat a 4. Defending myself with a knife. So I have, and I have a guard dog, and then I have a gun now. And I'm bleeding out. Gotta kill this thing. Got a -2. 8 minus 2 is 6, which still beats 4. Boom! I'll say for flair, like I got out a knife and I stabbed him and I put the gun to his mouth and pulled the trigger to blow the fucking brains out of this goddamn Ghoul Priest. All right, so I killed it. Killed the Ghoul Priest. And I'll get those victory points as well. So I'll just store that here. Cool, so I killed the Ghoul Priest. Let's now advance the story. When the robed creature falls, the fiendish swarm burrows back into the ground, and the chaos of the house quiets. And that's what you saw here, like, I'm fighting this priest, and all of a sudden, all these creatures are coming at me, and then she starts screaming. So it's like, all this chaos is happening. But now that he's dead, all these guys quiet and like, run away, scamper away, looks like. But the stranger in your parlor doesn't seem relieved. You broke my seal that has set to trap the ghouls within. She raises her torch. Now we must take more direct measures and burn this hell pit to the ground. The lead investigator must decide either it was never much of a home and burn it down, or this hell pit is my home. No way we are burning it. All right, so I'll make that decision here in a sec. What I want to show is when I was supposed to reveal the parlor, I should have actually flipped it. And you see the parlor, you see a bunch of dead ghouls. And this says you can run out of the house, but also while Lita Chandler is not controlled by a player, that you can choose if you parlay with intelligence, you can take control of Chandler. So I should have, when I've done that, moved to the room, discover it, encounter her, and then bad shit comes to me, and this is like the final encounter area where the epic battle happens, but it's all happening in here. It sort of makes it story-wise, kind of big battling here, and she just sitting there in the parlor watching this happening and screaming as I'm almost killed the ghoul priest and kept sending more ghouls, but then I killed the priest. So story-wise, it kind of fits better anyway, since she's sitting there doing nothing. Okay, so I need to make a choice. Am I going to burn the house down? Or say, no way, we're burning it down? I mean, it's like, it's fucking haunted and there's all this shadow and shit. Like, of course, maybe that's what, let me see. She's saying, oh, you broke the seal that was trapping the ghouls, but the ghouls are attacking me. See, I don't know, like she's saying to burn it down, but wasn't it the house that was trapping the ghouls anyway? Like, all the ghouls were trying to run out of the house. I don't want them to run out of the house. And if I burn it down, what's to stop whatever is blocking this gate? You know what I mean? So I think I should not burn it down because I don't trust her. She's screaming at me. She's screaming for I don't know what reason. When I killed him, the ghouls were scamper away, but they were trying to get out of the house. If you burn the house, then they're able to get out. So you know what? I'm going to choose this hell pit is my home, and we're not burning it down. So I'm going to do decision 2. So let's go see what R2 is. In the campaign book, I think? Okay, resolution 2. And as you know, when you're watching this game, this is a story-driven game. So, of course, you know, it's kind of, even though it's random what can happen, you can adjust the difficulty. The main story beats, you'll always see those beats. So, you know, that's kind of like one and done. But anyway, this resolution, what you choose, I don't want to spoil it for you if you want to play this on your own to see what happens. So if you want to turn it off now, you can. If not, you want to see what happens when I choose resolution, let me know. But I'm choosing resolution 2. In 3, 2, 1. You refuse to follow the overzealous woman's order and kick her out of your home for fear that she will set it ablaze without your permission. Fools, you are making a grave mistake, she warns. You do not understand the threat that lurks below. Yeah, but they were trying to get out of the fucking house. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, don't we want to trap them in the house? You do not understand the threat that lurks below, the grave danger we are all in. Still shaken by the night's events, you decide to hear the woman out. Perhaps she could shed some light on these bizarre events, but she doesn't seem to trust you very much. In your campaign log, record that your house is still standing. The lead investigator earns 1 experience as he or she refuses to let the night's events destroy his or her life. And I also earned 3 victory points in addition to whatever happens. Each investigator earns experience points equal to the victory value of each card in the victory display. Each investigator earns 2 bonus points if he or she gains insight into the hidden world of the mythos. All right, so looks like that was the end of part 1. Is that right? Oh, I see. This whole game is 1 campaign. I have 3 different parts. Got it. Cool. So that's the end of part 1. We did it. So there's experience that I calculated. There's victory points. And I'll take a look at that and fold that into whatever's happening for the next game. Looks like I can actually record stuff here. Which is kind of interesting. So yeah, I'll record the information, but we did it. That's this in a nutshell. Obviously, there were some learnings. I still need to see why the hell there's icons on events when they don't permanently stay out. So I'm interested in what that is, because I thought whenever you see symbols, that adds to a value of something. So that's really the only thing that I didn't realize, other than making some little mistakes with where stuff spawns or how it does engagements. Like the guard dog never got targeted. I should have gone to the parlor. I think that's only glaring mistakes, other than not knowing how the ally works. But yeah. But anyway, that was part 1. I'm definitely interested in doing a future stream and do the other parts to this and learn as we go and enjoy as we go. Well, thanks for watching. Again, this is Ismortah. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time. And again, this was Arkham Horror, LCG. Sweet dreams.